is billed as the ultimate sports podcast.
I told you, all of my critics, I told you all that I was the greatest of all time.
Everybody has been waiting.
I'm God gifted.
He's a bull. I'm the matador.
This is the Weekend Guy Podcast, and it begins now.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the show. It's another one. It's one of those intriguing episodes which we get into as the Weekend Guys. Remember, Weekend Guy means that we watch all the sports on TV, guys. We're not just limited to rugby, soccer, so we watch cricket. Darts as well. It's quite interesting.
Yeah.
You see the darts? So there's something going on in the darts. So, but anyway, that's for a future topic.
I'm still learning.
Yeah, I'm still learning darts. So otherwise, let's say hi to people, man.
Hey man, how you guys? Welcome back to another segment, and yeah, we're diving into the SA20 in this segment. It's been a success so far, season 2 of SA20.
Yeah.
And look, the South African public has come out to show love to their various teams. And I think before we get into what is happening in the SA20, that 2 million rand pot for one-handed catches.
Oh, yeah.
They're up to 5, if not 6, one-handed catches.
Catches.
Yeah.
So it's 2 million divided by 6.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a lot of money.
So that's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
But then Betway, the main sponsor, has a catch, right?
What?
If you've got a Betway account, you double your money.
Oh, dang.
Yeah, so
that's problem, mate.
Look, man, even if 10 guys catch it, that's 100K no one was gonna give you.
So now if you catch it,
200K.
so you happen to be at the stadium and you catch that ball, you immediately need to go. Phone your wife, baby, register me on Gateway. You know my ID number.
Make sure. I think by the time you go to
The stadium,
you
already have an
just have a
account.
Betway account.
Yeah.
That is what the T's and C's are about. So that for me has been a very good incentive to get people who wouldn't normally go to the stadium to go. But also the cricket has been explosive.
And I'm so envious. Let me be honest, Sihle, to tell the honest truth that I'm so envious that I've not even made it to Wanderers. Because, I mean, for me, it's not that far.
Yeah.
And
It
even
isn't.
Pretoria is not that
It
far.
isn't. It
So
isn't.
I'm biting my lips. I want to make my turn at the stadium, guys. And when we do make it, I'm gonna be making a vlog, obviously, for the Weekend Guy
and
Production
also
channel.
let me advise you, right?
Yeah.
Because we are getting closer to the business end of the tournament.
Yeah.
They play 10 games in terms of their round robin, if I'm not.
Oh, so it's already on game 9 and the other teams was.
Yes. So if we look at the current fixtures, right? Joburg Super Kings have played 8. And Pretoria Capitals have played 8.
There's 2 more round robin games.
Yeah.
And Pretoria Capitals look like they're out.
So no.
Oh, they
you look. Top 4 goes into semi-finals.
They screwed on the points.
They
can still make it,
They can
but
still make it.
They
But
can.
it's gonna be
Touch and go. Yeah.
Exactly. So I think for us the close games to us would be Wanderers as well as SuperSport.
Oh my God, I want to make my way there.
And out of the remaining 4 games, surely either one of the teams has a home game left.
Yeah.
So we need to make sure we catch the game.
As soon as we stop recording, as soon as we
you
finish
need to
recording.
make sure, because I've caught a game.
You've got a game already?
Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah, I did.
Why did you invite me, dude? Come on.
It was also a last minute invite. I was minding my business and I called my boy to check up on him.
Yeah.
And he said, look, I've got an extra ticket, just come.
No, mate.
So if I didn't check up on him, I would have missed the
out
game.
on the game, mate.
Yeah.
No, man. Check in the group if you're going. Maybe you can always hustle.
Definitely. We'll look
This
at the fixtures
weekend,
and
I
then
want
get
to
it.
make a match. I want to see a match. This thing is going to run out and I've not seen it. Imagine I'm the Weekend Guy and I've not been to the cricket yet.
Yeah,
That doesn't make sense, man. That doesn't make sense at all. Apparently, Durban Super Giants are quite beasting.
Yeah, this season, and it's funny how the fortunes of a team changes, because last season they were in the bottom 2, you know, and you would have written them off in season 2 of SA20.
Yeah.
But it seems like they've turned it around.
Yeah, they have.
They've dominated. There was a stat that I came across that before their last game, no team had won 4 games in a row in the history of SA20.
Okay.
And guess who ticked it off? Durban Super
Super
Giants.
Giants.
So they went 4 in a row, and look, it's a sure bet that they are in the semi-finals, and they are the team to beat.
The team to beat.
But when I did go to the stadium, I had an opportunity to speak to one of the commentators, who was a former cricketer. And I asked him, like, what makes a team good in such a short tournament? Because this is similar to also an IPL, where you get lots of talented cricket players, right, coming in from different backgrounds, and one team seems to get it from the get-go. And he said to me, look, from a talent perspective, the difference will never be that much, right? What really matters is the team chemistry and the team spirit. The teams that get that right early on, trust me, they'll be successful, And when he mentioned that, I then remember seeing on Durban Super Giants social media, they had a team bride Keshav Maharaj's house, where the whole team, there were coaches and managers came, that catering, and they were spending time together. And for me, that then translates that if we get along off the field, on the field in the critical moments, we are going to pull together because there's that team spirit that's in place. So it does make a difference. And it was very interesting just to hear that point of view, because from a talent perspective, each team has South African internationals, as well as worldwide internationals from England and Australia and West Indies, for example. So it was very nice to get that perspective from someone who's been in their shoes. So it was nice.
Speaking of West Indies, just to interject a bit,
yes.
You see what the West Indies did to Australia, and
yes.
that phenomenal story of
special
that underdog
mention,
story.
Special mention to the West Indies team. First test win in Australia in 37 years. And thinking of how long it's been for them, it's amazing. It's
in
amazing.
Australia are no slouches, by the way.
No, not at all.
And they number one test team?
Yeah, so no, I'm sorry, it's not 37 years, I think it's 27 years.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Brian Lara and Curtly Ambrose were in the late 90s. So I'm so happy for them. And also, it just highlights why test cricket is so important to the sport of cricket. Because those moments of history don't happen often, and with T20, it will never be the same, because if it's your day in T20, it's your day. You're not going to go 27 years without winning in a country in T20. No chance.
Of course not.
So, and I look back at historical moments like when the Netherlands beat South Africa in T20. The world didn't stop. It was like, it was their day, But trust me, when we look back 5 years from now, 10 years from now, Australia losing to West Indies in Australia is going to be remembered. It also took me back to when South Africa won a series in Australia for the first time. I still remember waking up in the AMs to catch those games. And when we think about those historical moments, it's what we then go back to over and over and over. And that's what makes Test so special. So shout out to the West Indies. Shout out to the West Indies.
All right, so moving on.
Back to the SA20, man. So Durban Super Giants are dominating, and Power Royals are right behind them, and it's looking good. Last year's champions, the Sunrisers Eastern Cape.
My home team, by the way.
Having a lukewarm season so far.
No. We are just around about there. We're there.
Yeah.
My question is, where the hell is our SA captain Themba Bavuma this season? Because I see him a lot on the promotional. Maybe he's preparing for the.
And I actually wanted to ask you that, right? Because there are some circles that are saying, right, Themba hasn't played a ball of SA20, right? Wouldn't he have been better, just been shipped off to New Zealand to lead?
Maybe he's still injured.
Team.
Maybe he's still injured.
And that's a point.
Maybe he's still injured. It's just not. This is the thing about this whole mystery behind his injury. That what don't you just tell us that no, he's not recovering well from his injury. He's still injured.
Is out for 8 weeks or 12 weeks.
Yeah, like he's out for 3 months, 5 months, had surgery, whatever. It's just been this mystery around his injury or something.
But then I'll counter that, right? if he's injured, right, they would have not added him to the squad.
To the Eastern Cape
Yeah,
Sunrisers.
SA20 squad.
Yeah.
Surely there's a few players during the tournament who've left because of injury. And why keep someone around who's not going to play because they're injured?
But is he in it? Because not even seen him. Is he there?
He's in the squad.
But is he showing up on TVs behind the scenes and stuff?
Yeah, but he hasn't been chosen for starting 11. 7 games deep, and you haven't played one game.
Which one is that one?
That's a question we must ask SA20.
Which one is that one? But is he there at the stadium?
He is there.
In the kit?
Trust me, yes.
Yeah?
Temba is involved, but not playing.
Which one is that one?
And for me, I've got more questions like, is he around the team for moral support? Is he rehabbing?
Is he water?
Yeah, because
is he water?
for me, right, if we're saying he's rehabbing with the team, right, it kind of contradicts 2 statements, right?
Yeah.
One, his home union is the Lions.
Yeah.
So the medical team, the medical team knows him and looks after him in South Africa, right? Or 2, if he's not with the Lions and he's rehabbing, he must then rehab with
the Proteas.
You know what I mean? So it then leaves more unanswered questions and sends us down the slippery slope with our relationship with Temba Bavuma, the Proteas, and just Cricket South Africa. You know, so we've got more questions. But Sunrisers Eastern Cape, are you guys going to win it again this year?
Yeah, you know me. In my teens. Always biased. I'm a biased Sunrisers fan.
Okay.
Yeah, I think on the next episode I'll be rocking the jersey. I'm hunting for it. Let me be honest.
Yeah.
First thing tomorrow. I was even hunting for it today.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if Sportsman has it on the shelves. I need to order it online. Not much of an online order.
Okay.
I'm hunting for the jersey, but I've been hunting since last week Saturday. I was there hunting for the jersey, but when the Sportsmans I went to, they didn't have them. They had only the Proteas ones. I'm rocking it to the next podcast, guaranteed.
So for our followers and subscribers, please let us know where we can get these jerseys for SA20.
Yeah.
Hit us with the link or point us at the right stores, because we are going to rank the best kit from the worst, you know. But just to wrap up the log, we've got Joburg Super Kings at 4th right now. Pretoria Capitals, being all white, are sitting 5th. There's no black African player in that squad. Can you believe?
Which one is that one?
I'm telling you.
How do they even get that?
Listen, we'll delve deep into the legacy of SA20 in our future
There's no
episodes.
black guy there. Which one is that one?
And it was part of the deal Cricket South Africa signed with
IPL.
Yeah, that there wouldn't be any restriction regarding quotas. It's the deal Cricket South Africa signed. You know, you sell your soul for a certain price, and you make sure, or part of the deal was that there won't be quotas in SA20 related to race, right?
Okay.
Because the quotas they've reserved are SA players.
Okay.
So they said X amount of
international
players, internationals,
but no
and
South
X
African
amount of South African players.
Oh, okay.
How you make those numbers up of South African players?
It's up to you.
It's up to you.
But with no restrictions and
in terms of race. So for me, it was baffling, you know, in terms of how do you agree? How do you agree?
That's like, okay, I think we should move on before we get too controversial, because it's so weird.
Yeah, but look, I think we've got a bit of time to unpack it, because, you know, when we look back to the formulation of IPL was created to benefit the Indian cricket players, right? From
That's the Indian version.
Yes. IPL,
grow the local cricket.
Yes, grow local cricket, protect our stake in terms of international cricket. X amount of under 21 players, X amount of Indian players in your playing 11, right? You then protect the integrity of your cricket. As the main stakeholder with the BCCI involved, Indian cricket is looking after Indian cricket
themselves,
right? So we take that foundation that they've said, And then we bring it over to SA. Now, Cricket South Africa is the main stakeholder of SA20, right? It's easy to have that conversation to say, look, guys, you guys have a successful formula of looking after SA cricket, I mean, of Indian cricket. We want to implement that and look after South Africa cricket. And when you then look, what does it mean in terms of looking after South African cricket? It is making sure that the best talent, right, comes to the forefront, but also making sure that previously disadvantaged cricketers have an opportunity to play at the highest level. So by taking out that quota, right, you are now going backwards in terms of what your mandate is as Cricket South Africa. Because now there are Black African players who are not guaranteed an opportunity to showcase their talents, right? Because if outside of SA20, all the unions are restricted or no, have to stick to the mandate of Cricket South Africa of saying, you need to develop X amount of Black African players. Already in the system, there are now enough talented African players you can choose from. You take that pool and then you put them in the SA20 pool. The quality will not go down because already these are players who are in the system. So for me, it baffles me in terms of why Cricket SA would not ensure that Black African players have an opportunity to play in the SA20. Because Pretoria Capitals highlights the reason the SA20 is so wrong from a developmental perspective of protecting the integrity of the future of SA cricket, because you choose an all-white / coloured team, right? Wayne Parnell is the captain, talented, experienced, and deserves to be one of the leaders of a franchise, right? And then you look at the rest of the roster and you're like, okay, where are the Black African players? Hey, you know, surely there's one who plays for the Titans who wasn't picked as a franchise player that is good enough, you know? Because I then go back to the Titans and say, look, you guys are breeding the next Proteas, right? And from the pool of players you guys are breeding or grooming, right? Surely there's an African player you guys know is talented enough and has what it takes to go to the next level, right? Are you telling me that you guys did not want to invest in one of those guys and keep them in your franchise for SA20? Because there's a sense of loyalty amongst the different franchises. You look at JSK, they've got the Reezers in there, you know? You look at, what's this, MI Cape Town.
Cape Town.
Yeah, you know, you look at Sunrisers, you know? Durban Super Giants with Maharaj, for example. There's a sense of loyalty, right, to the marquee players. But for me, it's very, very disappointing that the Pretoria Capitals does not have one African player in the entire squad. No,
I think you've opened up a kind of
no.
worms there, mate.
It's a reality everyone knows. You know?
Damn, okay.
And
so everyone tolerating this thing.
Yes, because Cricket South Africa has sold their soul in order to be successful and please the franchise owners, right? Somehow, at the negotiation of the formation of this tournament, this quota thing was then put aside because it was put at surface level to say, hey, X amount of South African players need to play. And now in season 2, they've said you have to draft a rookie, someone who hasn't played first-class cricket yet, you know. So kind of speaking to the developmental targets that for the next generation, we've got players who'll be part of the squad to get experience. South African players, their best interests are also put forward because we're reserving certain number of positions, right? But for me, I'm like, no, guys. we understand the history of South Africa and in our sport. You cannot, not in South Africa, not have a mandate to give African players an opportunity. And when I'm saying African players, I'm including the colored players as well as the Indian players there. But for me specifically, the main focus needs to be on the majority, being African people in South Africa.
Wow, mate.
Yeah,
I've got
it's
nothing
disappointing.
further to add. I'm actually in shock. I'm actually in shock, mate.
It's a sad reality.
Let me be honest. I'm actually in shock because I've not been. I didn't know what you're talking about, mate. Like,
Yeah,
literally.
like,
and it's bad, mate.
You know,
It's
when,
bad.
when you market something very well, right, and you make it seem like a success through and through, one doesn't then ask these questions.
God
Because
damn.
you look at the product and you say the product is working, the product is amazing, you get these fans, people are coming to the stadiums in their thousands. This is not what we used to on the local circuit for local franchises. And I'm saying, yes, I agree. The product looks good, right? But my next question after that is, what is then the legacy of this tournament? You understand? Because 10 years from now, 15 years from now, when we're looking at the record books, right? We're gonna ask questions. Okay, so X players, man, what's similar with all the players who've been drafted? Where were the next generation of players, you know? Because right now it seems like only the most exceptionally talented Black African players, right, will get a shot, right, at the SA20. Meanwhile, mediocre players will get an opportunity because they have the right agents or they're affiliated with their coaches from franchise cricket who also have clinics in the elite high schools and provinces, you know. So for me, it's a bigger problem because I'll ask 10 years from now, what is the legacy of SA20?
Jesus Christ.
Right? But for me and our viewers, right, add your comments, you know. I'll ask you guys, right, when the team like Pretoria Capitals in SA20 Season 2, right, decides to choose an entire squad, not even a team of 11, an entire squad with no Black African players. What are your thoughts? Should they be a quota with SA20 to say at least one African player should play or not, you know? But I strongly believe as a majority, given our history, right, as well as looking across the sport code being rugby, there is a successful way of making sure that Black African talented players get an opportunity.
Mate.
Yeah.
This is some deep shit. Let me be honest. For me, this is a little bit above my pay grade in terms of analyzing it this deep. You know, there's some shit going on there, mate. Yeah, mate. I mean, guys, I'm shocked actually. To be honest, I've got nothing to add, which is going to be more than what you've added, mate. I'm actually in shock, and I'm actually going to look into it further. Like, what the hell? But
It's
guys,
an amazing
it's an amazing story. But the tournament is great. But hey,
the legacy.
yeah, we didn't know that there's a bit of some backwardness, and it goes back to my controversial comment, which I always say.
Yeah.
There's a school after matric. When you get grade 12, you need to go to it. It's called university, guys. It's very much important for the people in power in every single what they call franchises that they've gone past that level of saying, okay, those sports scientists are not it's the physical guys, no? You need the brains.
Yeah.
As well. Each and every organization needs those actual scientists I always refer to, but that's the nature of the game. Yeah. I'm actually quite shocked at the current moment to be able to continue anyway.
Yeah.
But if you guys enjoy this content, hit the like. Yeah. Hit the like button. Subscribe down below. Shit, you've stirred up some shit, mate. It's gonna be fucked up shit. But anyway,
we need to speak about
do you have anything else?
No, guys, support SA20, ask questions, and let's enjoy this week coming up. And I think the biggest item in our calendar this week is the Bafana Cape Verde.
Yeah, Saturday.
Okay, so yeah,
What
what's your
time?
prediction? 10 o'clock.
Fuck.
Nah, it's a Saturday. We're
I
gonna.
don't know, we
watch.
should hook up a bit because I can't watch it alone. But yeah, man, I think 1-0 to Bafana.
Okay, 1-0 to
1-0 to
Bafana.
Bafana, yeah.
I've predicted a 2-1 victory for Bafana.
Yeah, it's a victory.
Yeah.
1-0.
We're backing our boykies.
backing our boykies. But otherwise, guys, if you enjoy this content, guys, hit us with a like, subscribe, share the channel, comment down below.
Yes, sir.
You'll see that on the, it's either my side or your side, it'll be Bafana. Here, there's a subscribe thing going on here, the entire episode, guys. You'll see it when
Make sure. And
just
follow
hit the
us
subscribe
on the
button,
various
guys.
channels.
Follow us on Twitter,
various
Facebook.
channels.
Just look for us everywhere. We're there, guys. Although we're not as up to date on the channels because we need someone to come and do that work for us
Yeah,
in
but
future.
we are there.
But that's coming. But otherwise, guys, if you enjoy this content, we're here. Sihle, say bye to the people,
Yeah.
man.
Cheers.
The next time, guys. Peace. We out.